Hello again, everyone. John Harper with you, SpaceCoastDaily.com. Delighted to have you with us, and we've got two great guests to introduce to you here this afternoon, and they are Michael Medina and Jessica Medina. Jessica is owner and president of Brighter Days, and Michael is the owner and vice president of Brighter Days. And folks, thanks for being with us. We appreciate it. Brighter Days are here again. Tell us about Brighter Days and what it's all about.
Well, John, thank you for having us. Brighter Days PPEC is a skilled nursing center for medically complex children from birth up to 21 years of age. So while the children attend day services, it's not an overnight stay, but it gives the parents an opportunity to work and know that their child is well taken care of, getting the nursing care that they need throughout the day.
How long have you been involved? How long have you started Brighter Days? How long has it been?
We started in March of 2023.
2023.
Yes, 2023.
Right. And you've got two locations already, right? One in Melbourne and one in
Palm
Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how many young adults are you able to handle at one time?
So Melbourne location, we're licensed for 22 children, and at Palm Bay, we're licensed up to 45 children.
What makes the difference in that number?
The size of the location.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, that I can understand that. What are some of the challenges that you, as the owner, vice president, and president of Brighter Days, what are some of the challenges that you're faced with on a daily basis?
We want to get the word out. A lot of families don't know what a PPEC even is, and they don't even know what it stands for. So a PPEC stands for a Prescribed Pediatric Extended Care. So in other words, it's almost like a daycare for medically complex children, but the daycare obviously is daytime services, and it's all staffed by RNs, LPNs, and CNAs. So our biggest challenge is just spreading the word and awareness that we exist, that this service does exist. As a parent myself of a 17-year-old, I didn't even know this existed until he was about 10 years old. So this is where we started focusing on what our vision was for children and what we wanted to offer kids. So that's what brought us over to opening this business.
Well, you've got to have a special want, need, and desire to make this type of a school happen. And Michael, when you and Jessica first started talking about opening this Brighter Days, what were some of your concerns? What were you thinking?
Well, our vision started, I'd say, 2 to 3 years prior to us even moving up to the area to open the center. Back while we were still living in South Florida, we wanted to be able to have a place where not just our son, but our communities, the families in our community, have a safe haven for where they can send their kids to. And a little bit on piggyback what Jessica said, some of these parents don't know that what the resource that's available to them, where they can feel confident enough where they can have their child taken care of and go and work, have a daily normal life of a typical parent that doesn't have a child with a medical complexity. Work-life balance. They can not worry about having to provide food on the table, a roof over their head, because now they can work and their children are being taken care of on a daily basis by skilled nursing staff, which is our staff has to be mentioned, which is phenomenal.
Phenomenal, I guess, is the word. That's for sure. Want you to be thinking, both of you be thinking about a good success story as I reintroduce the two of you. We're talking today to Michael Medina and Jessica Medina. Jessica is the president, Michael vice president of Brighter Days. And Jessica, let me start with you. What's a good success story that you can share with us?
I think every day is a success story, honestly. Seeing the parents, how thankful they are that our staff not only gives them nursing care, but it's the love and the care during the day, and they go above and beyond. But I think a success story that maybe stands out for me is most recently one of our little ones that has come over to us, and she found out about our services at the hospital. baby was born with a medical condition, and obviously you go home with this child, and it's what do you do? What are we looking at? And so they were referred over to us, and when she walked in and she saw our space and what we offer, she was just blown away. And she's like, she tells me almost frequently, she's like, Jessica, you need to open this in other states. More people need to know about you. And she went for her child's deletion and special needs. She went to a conference, I think it was up in Minnesota or something, and they had never heard of what a PPEC is. And so she was spreading the word. And so just hearing the stories from the families and knowing that, you know, we are providing exceptional care is, every day it's a success story for me.
And Michael Medina, how about yourself? A good success story?
Success stories for us occur every day when we see these kids, you know, thrive in that environment. Some of these kids are seen in a different light compared to a typical neurotypical child, and seeing these kids thrive in that environment socially, in their environment, you know, where they're not different there. They're have a common day just like any other kid will have. They go outside and play. They're watching their, you know, TVs. They're getting services, wraparound services that they need. Where we partner with, you know, community-based organizations where they can receive their therapies there in-house, schooling, watching the smiles and the gratitude the parents have for what service is being provided to their kids is basically a daily occurrence, and it's what Jess and I, you know, we look forward to every day. And again, we have to reiterate where we do this. It's our profession, but we're on both sides of the table on this because we started it because of our son. So we're a parent first and a business owner second.
Mm-hmm. So it's an interesting tightrope that you kind of have to walk as a parent and then someone who owns the school. And it must be interesting with some of the challenges that you have to meet. But the two of you strike me as being extremely dedicated, very motivated, and really want to make a difference in our society. To help the kids and to help the parents at the same time. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of a BOGO that parents are getting. It helps them and it helps their children.
Yes.
100%.
We do parent trainings. So I will personally call the parents myself and put myself in their shoes because I have, for the most part, walked a lot of similar steps. There's things that they are dealing with that I have not. And I empathize with them because it is a journey. Sometimes it's a tough journey, and navigating on the medical side when most of us don't have a medical degree, but now you have to find one because now you're a parent of a child with medical complexities. So it is quite interesting, and it is nice to watch the parents flourish as they navigate through these uncertainties.
Now, you started this again in what year?
23.
23. And prior to that, was there anything like this here in our area of the Space Coast?
Nothing quite like what we offer. So that is something that we hear from the parents. They've toured other centers and they just see that what we offer goes above and beyond just the nursing care. So we aren't quite a school. We're almost like a mini hospital. It's almost like a hospital outside of a hospital. We do rely on the hospital should we have to call 911 for any emergencies. But we go above and beyond. Like I dress up as the Easter Bunny. We do annual picture day for the children. So those normal daily things that their child would be getting if they were in a school, they wouldn't be getting at our center because it's a skilled nursing facility.
Yeah.
But we've layered in those extra activities to make sure that their daily routine is added with those components like picture day, an Easter activity, Dr. Seuss week we just celebrated, Christmas, so we got a Santa comes out, we got the fire truck get involved as well since we
the
do
kids
rely on
have
the
got to
fire.
love it, right?
That's right. That's
yeah.
right.
We get Brevard County, City of Palm Bay involved. They show up with their big red trucks. Santa, we hop Santa on the back of the ladder, and he comes in with a big bag full of gifts, and we get gifts donated from several, people throughout the county, and each child gets a Christmas gift, for themselves, and Easter, like she said, is a good time with the kids. We do the Easter egg hunt in the yards, in the backyards of the centers. So it's a typical day for them. Like I said earlier, they're not seen upon differently. They live the typical life of a neurotypical child at our place.
And some of these children have such limitations that they're bedbound.
Yes.
But we don't ever allow those limitations to get in the way of these activities. So in the summertime, we also do water play Fridays. So we get the water and the kids are in the pool, and you see them with their little G tubes and all their equipment, and they're getting in on the fun as well. So it is a really nice time, and the staff do a great job really to get them involved and participate in those activities.
Sounds wonderful. How many staff members do you have?
Well, we have about 25 staff
Really?
members. Yep. So
At-
we are funded by Medicaid.
Between both.
Between both. So we have 11 in our Melbourne location and about 12, 15 in our Palm Bay location.
What's the takeaway message that you'd like our audience to hear today and to learn more about Brighter Days?
That's a great question. I think a takeaway is you're not alone. You're not alone as a parent with a special needs child. Lean on your community. Know your community is supportive of you and this journey, and your child is going to thrive. And this is a center just like ours. There's a few more. Do your homework. Make sure you take the tour and it's the right setting for your child. And you'll see that, the sky is the limit. I think we've set limitations on ourselves and on children. And that's just something that's ironic because these kids don't set limitations. They're just such beautiful beings, and there's so much to learn.
That's a good way to put it. They don't expect limitations. It's the sky is the limit.
Yeah.
And it sounds like these special days that you have, whether it be the water days on Fridays or Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny and all the other days combined, sounds like you really make for great atmosphere, a great setting for the young adults, the children, and their parents.
Yes. Yes.
100%.
Yeah. It's something that's very much needed in our community. And Jessica and Michael, if people want more information about the school and what you're involved with and all the things that you're doing and going to be doing in the future, how can they get in touch with you?
You can call us at 321-610-8718, or also visit our website, www.brighterdayspepec.com.
All right. And final word, Michael, that you want to share with us?
We just want the community to be aware that there is a resource for families with children with medical complexities. I'd say more than 50% of those families aren't aware they have these resources out there. So we'd like this to be where they can, find out about it more, get more information. Like Jessica said, let them do their research, see what the best setting is for their family. Ask questions when they go. What services do they provide? In our case, we're like I said, besides the skilled nursing care, we provide educational services for these children that are bedbound, homebound through the Step Up program. We also provide transport. We pick up the child and take them home through our own personal company as well. We've partnered with another community partner for therapies. Am I missing anything?
We have another community partner that offers music therapy.
Music therapy as well. So there's a lot of these services in the community, and our main goal coming in is probably we want to make families aware of this. Some of those families don't have the means or resources to know about it, so we just want to make it as publicly known as possible so they know that they can, that there's help out there for them.
And this doesn't cost the families anything. That's the beauty of this.
Mm-hmm.
This is all funded by the child's Medicaid. So we are a Medicaid-funded program. There's a bunch of them in the state of Florida, but it is strictly funded by Medicaid.
All right. Jessica, final word from you.
Final word. So
Michael said a lot.
I
but-
know. I've got my final word is know that you're supported. Know that these resources do exist. It doesn't cost you anything. It's all funded by the children's Medicaid. And, you know, this is a journey, and we're in it together.
All right. And again, give us the phone number and the website to get more information.
321-610-8718, and our website is www.brighterdaysppec.com.
All right. And Michael, it looked like you wanted to say something else. You okay?
No, you can also follow us on social media.
Yep, we're also on Facebook and Instagram. You can find us on Brighter Days PPEC, PPEC, on both Facebook, Instagram, and also LinkedIn as well.
I had a chance before we went on the air to talk to Michael and Jessica. Come to find out, our paths have crossed as far as where we used to live in an area of South Florida. And I want to tell you, these are two delightful people, very motivated, very dedicated, very loving, and they're putting the children, the young adults, and the parents first. And I love their dedication. We need more of that here in the community. Get in touch with them if this is something that you need for a loved one in your family. Get in touch with Michael and Jessica and check them out. I think you will not be disappointed. They're great people. That's going to do it for this edition of SpaceCoastDaily.com. I'm John Hart.